Hello and happy Monday. It's Beck here from Hello, my name is Beck and we are doing Make It Monday today. But first I'm going to be showing you this pad that I got from Spotlight. It's die cuts with a view and it's called Cottage Place. If you want to skip ahead to the mail, you're more than welcome. It is at 1 minute 40, but I thought I'd show you this pad in case anyone's interested in buying it. One of the things that I now do when I purchase a pad is I like to look at the sheets involved and make sure that I like every single one. Otherwise I get to the point where I don't use them. So this pad here is pretty much one that I like every single sheet, especially the B side. So I'm flipping through. There were some on the other side that I didn't like, but the B side are really beautiful and I can see myself using every sheet in this pad, to the point that I actually have used quite a few already. This mail that I am showing you here for Make It Monday I made a few weeks ago, but I have since made a few more mails from this pad. So really like all of the sheets really. Definitely what I would consider cottage core. So the mail that I'm making today in this video is for Heather Devney. It is a birthday mail and she requested a cottage core mail. So I've made these envelopes here and I plan to pop all of the envelopes into a folder. So I've got this sheet here which is going to be my cover, and I'm going to be scoring this and then also laminating it so that it becomes more of a cover, and it is then something that Heather can actually keep. I'm hoping that she'll be able to actually use this folder with the envelopes for something else, whether it be letters that she needs to reply to or die cuts that she has that she wants to keep separate. So yeah, definitely lots of ideas of something that she can actually keep, and if you wanted to you could make yourself something similar so that you can actually store things that you love too. So just scored 4 inches, then I've made a 1/2 inch edge or border, and then I've done another 4 inches there, so it does actually fit these envelopes. I have measured them, and then I will make another 1/2 inch edge. Oh, it's not quite 1/2 inch, it must be the notch under 1/2 inch, to be able to fit these envelopes in and store them all. Now I did like that. I didn't know whether to keep it, but I end up slicing off some of the edge there so that it is more of a folder. So yeah, I do take off a couple of inches on the end so that it is more just a flip round folder. And then so what I do, like I said, is I laminate this. So one of the things I found with laminating is it does actually pay for you to score before you laminate. So what I'll do is I'll run this through the laminator. Then what I do is I come with my bone folder almost. I think I used the scorer from the book, but what I do is I then refold it with all of those score lines already there so that it does actually fold as the laminated piece. You will see that there is sort of almost a resistance when it comes to actually folding the folder and keeping it closed. So yes, there is that. I do end up putting a Velcro dot to close this, but when I came back to this mail, because this mail took me probably a week to finish, so I made this part and the envelopes on the weekend, but the decorating and putting goodies in took me probably the rest of because I work on things on the weekend, you see, so I don't do anything throughout the week because I'm at work. So yeah, it would have taken me 2 weekends to create, So yeah, I did come back to this and found that the Velcro dots had not held the mail closed. When it had all of the envelopes in, the mail had actually popped open and the Velcro dot wasn't strong enough to handle it. I then thought about using a bigger Velcro dot, you know, like the sort of almost 10-cent piece round Velcro dots instead of the little ones. But then I decided that I needed something a bit more secure, so I popped in an eyelet. So as you can see, I have laminated and then cut around the edge, and then I have scored as well. Just coming in here with my hole punch on my eyelet and creating notches on either end of the spine, and yeah, creating a place for the string to go. So I then bring in my envelopes and bring in the twine. So I think this is where I pop the Velcro dot on. Good old Velcro dots. So these are sort of like almost 5-cent piece Velcro dots. But yeah, I end up changing it. I end up changing it to an eyelet just to keep it closed. And then bringing in the twine, I found this really lovely. It's sort of a forest green twine, and it sort of fitted perfectly with the envelopes and papers. So popping that in and doing a knot inside the envelope, and then I'll seal up the envelope. So I'm hoping you understand sort of the theme of this, not theme of this mail, but the aspect of this mail is literally popping these envelopes in when they're still open, so that you can actually hide the string within the actual envelope. Really turns out quite nicely and looks really neat at the end of the day. So definitely not having the knot on the outside. So you can see there that there's lots and lots of threads on the spine. You could even, if you want to, well, I was hoping maybe Heather would want to pop a charm on the actual string, or put some beads or sequins. So the key here is for me to get the string as tight as possible against the actual plastic folder, so that I can just slide the envelope in now, because I just didn't want the envelopes just not firmly in the actual folder. Wanted the envelopes to actually be quite sturdy within the actual folder, so it literally just is a flip. So you keep seeing me here just checking, making sure that I can possibly fit in 5 envelopes rather than just 4. So yes, I do go for all 5. Really love the designs. You've got the strawberries, you've got the teapots, there's really lovely birds, and it's just generally really lovely paper set. So if you want that and you're Australian, you can pick it up in Spotlight. I think Die Cuts with a View is expensive because it's a double-sided pad, but definitely this one's well worth it. I think this is probably one of the ones that I'm going to actually finish before any of my other Die Cuts with a View paper pads. And that's the goal, isn't it? For us to finish our paper stash. Don't just hoard it. Got lots of comments on that one from my last Make It Monday. So alright, so you see here we have our envelopes in, and then what I do is I come in, because it is something I want Heather to be able to use over and over again, so the Velcro dots onto each envelope, because I really like the thought that Heather will use this as something she can store things in. It's just handy. Just a handy dandy little folder with envelopes. So I'm hoping you're all well, taking care. I have been away with the girls. I don't know whether anyone has seen, but we went away to Joe's house in Wagga and had a wonderful time, just us chatting, eating and crafting. So if you guys get the opportunity to go away on a crafty retreat or just any retreat with your girlfriends, I highly recommend it because it's definitely good for the soul. So because this is for Heather, I wanted to put her initials into this little tiny oval here. I did mess up and put the D way too high, but I do figure out a way to compensate, I guess, for that with the die cuts that I decorate with. So you'll see what I do is I pop the die cut up underneath the D so that it looks like I had to stamp it higher. So playing here with die cuts on this front page, so it takes me a while to rearrange and make sure that I like the die cuts that I've chosen. Yeah, so when I got back, I have gone back to work. My new school, unfortunately, they work, or the admin team only works through the school holidays, so something I'm not used to because I'm used to getting the school holidays and using that for my own mental health, and you know, crafting, gardening, and basically generally cleaning the house, you know, sort of spring cleaning the house. It's something that I really like utilizing the school holidays for. So now I'm back to a normal almost 9 to 5 job that has 4 weeks holiday a year, so something I'm gonna have to get used to with my new role, but it's definitely the atmosphere, the team mentality is much better than both of the Catholic schools that I've been at. So yeah, definitely not getting treated as badly as I was. So you just have to make a sacrifice if you want to actually be in a job that you can enjoy and go home and not worry about too much. One of the things that we have been doing though is I've been able to go into school and wear my slippers because there's no one there. So yeah, that was fun, wearing my slippers to work, and I've just been reorganizing cupboards and scanning medical reports onto children's files. So yeah, and taking it easy. Like for the majority of Friday, I think we just sat there chatting. So definitely an interesting turn of events that this school likes to have their admin staff there when nobody else is. I guess one of the things that the principal wants is us to be able to answer the phone if it rings, and also be there if there's any deliveries or maintenance for the school, if there's anything that we need to be there for, I guess. So all good. Alright, so this is the finished mail here after decorating a couple of the envelopes. It is a happy birthday mail for Heather, so I did do these little two tags with happy birthday with my little tiny stamps. I've got an eyelet there, so you can see that I've used just this brown twine. I'm sure Heather can swap it out and pop in a ribbon or twine that she likes. So I took off the eyelet, got that little cluster there, like I said, was able to use the flower to hide the fact that I'd stamped it high. I've got these handmade papers, some little square address labels, almost blanks, and then some round, but they're big round dots, sticky dots with colour. Next envelope here is lots and lots of sort of almost matching die cuts. Really like this set here, and was able to pop lots of those in and decorate the sort of header for her with a very similar paper and flower die cut. And then so the next envelope here did do this little decoration down here, got the love this life. Then we have a little bag here. Inside this bag are lots of sort of almost metal filigree pieces. So there's some flowers and just really nice metal pieces that I think Heather would actually be able to utilize in her Happy Mail. This one here is the strawberry envelope. So what I did was I popped in this recipe here, so you've got the actual ingredients needed, and then underneath I've done another card with the actual instructions of the recipe. And then what I've done is I've put the two together with this little cherry brad up at the top. Really cute. Thought that was a good idea for a new goodie. Next envelope is the teapots. Really like this tea and books cut apart that was part of the range. And then in here I've got some mini flower stamps for her. I know that she likes to create little tiny embellishments, so I thought that that was absolutely perfect for Heather's birthday. Okay, so that is the finished mail. If you like this mail, please give it a like and comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Turn on the notification bell if you want to be notified of my new videos. Just sealing this one up, so I will say goodbye to you all now. I hope you are all well, taking care, lots and lots of crafty love from me, and I will see you in my next video. Alright, see you, bye.